In this video, you'll learn about the different parties and people that you might encounter in your Florida workers' compensation case. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Domenic Celeste, the virtual accident attorney. I'm based in Palm Beach County, Florida, and I represent those injured on the job in workers' compensation and due to the fault of another in personal injury. This channel is all about answering your questions and giving you tips relating to Florida workers' compensation and personal injury law. Now before we get into the video, I have to show you this disclaimer, so just hold tight. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Technically, there are only two parties in a workers' compensation case, but there are other people that you might encounter. The first party is called the claimant, and that's the injured worker. The injured worker is called a claimant because you're the one making a claim. The second party is called the ECSA, which stands for Employer Carrier Servicing Agent. Broken down, the employer is the place you were employed when you got hurt, the carrier is the work comp insurance company, and the servicing agent is the company that work comp hires to handle the claim. The ECSA is what's typically referred to as the defendant, or in other words, the one against whom you're making a claim. Now, not all cases have a servicing agent, and some don't even have a work comp carrier. Now that we've gone over the two parties in a workers' compensation case, here are a few other people that you might encounter. The first person is called the adjuster, who works for either the work comp carrier or servicing agent, and they're the ones making the decisions on the case. And some of those decisions include what doctor do you go to, how much do you get paid, and ultimately whether your case is accepted or denied. You have your attorney, who represents your interests and files claims on your behalf. You also have the defense attorney, who represents the work comp carrier's interests and who defends the case. Other people that you might encounter relate to your medical care. The most common person is called an authorized doctor, who's the doctor that work comp chooses to treat you. There are three other doctors that you might encounter in your work comp case, but these are expert doctors. The first expert doctor is called an independent medical examiner, or IME, and this is a doctor hired to provide an expert opinion either by you or the work comp carrier. The other expert doctor is called an expert medical advisor, or EMA, and this is the judge's expert, usually appointed when there are two doctors on the case with different opinions. Essentially, the EMA is a tie-breaking doctor whose opinions are presumed to be correct. Someone else you might encounter is called a nurse case manager, or NCM. The nurse case manager is hired by the work comp carrier to basically keep tabs on your medical care. You'll usually meet this person while you're in the waiting room to see your doctor. One thing that you should know is that the nurse case manager is not there for your benefit, even if they act or say that they are. This person is usually hired by the work comp carrier to save them money, not cost them money. The next person that you might encounter is called the mediator. The mediator is a neutral person whose role is to either try and help the parties resolve issues or settle the case at mediation. Typically, a mediator is an attorney, but they no longer practice law. If you're interested in learning more about what to expect at a work comp mediation in Florida, check out the video that I made linked in the card above. Probably one of the most important people in the case is the judge. One big difference between a work comp final hearing and a civil trial is that the work comp judge is both the judge and the jury, which means that the judge not only rules on the law, but is also the finder of fact. And if you're interested in learning more about what it's like to go to a work comp final hearing in Florida, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I release that video. And the last people that you might encounter in your case are called witnesses. Witnesses are people who have information that might be relevant to your case, like about your accident, injuries, or work. So I hope after watching this video, you're a little more familiar with the different parties and people that you might encounter in a work comp case. As you can see, Florida workers' compensation law can be really complex, and this video has only just scratched the surface of that complexity. Remember, you can't do this alone. You need to hire an attorney that's licensed to practice law in Florida and that handles workers' compensation cases, that represents real clients, goes to court, that knows what they're doing. And if you or someone you know were injured on the job or due to the fault of another, give me a call any time of the day or night. I have a 24/7, 365 receptionist, or you can go to my website and schedule a free consultation, or you know what, just text me, 561-935-3822. But that's it for this video. If you got value out of it or if you learned something, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. If you have a question, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and answer it. Be sure to like and follow all my socials. And if you want to learn more about me, my firm, Florida workers' comp, or personal injury law, just go to my website, virtualaccidentattorney.com. But that's it for now. Again, my name's Domenic Celeste, the virtual accident attorney. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.